you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening if you're watching this later on the replay. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. Going to break down the Jets debacle, take 2. For those of you that don't know what that means, last night, internet outage in the neighborhood, wasn't able to complete the show. So thank you to everyone who tried tuning in last night, but I'm going to get through everything that I want to get through right now, today, with no issues, hopefully. So sit tight. We got some Blitz BK, and then I'll break it all down for you.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Good evening, everyone. Normally, this is the part where I go into a monologue about the Jets. I got to address something first. There's been some shit talk out there about this program. Don't talk shit about my family. They're my family.
And this just in, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, get ready for this new showdown. I call it the anytime, any day throwdown. Nick Shine, kill these clowns till they make no sound. They lose weight, we feel great when we burn these pounds. We all know that jet green make the earth go round. Another rookie head coach, another first go round. We bleed green, each fiend hope this team win now. And twist dreams in the DP when my beats are found. Shiners unite, knock the lights out of midnight. We go show for show, goon for goon. We can fist fight, I rip mics. Clemens and Williams, all the dislikes. Bunch of Jets rappers out there, they ain't this nice. I did this twice. Got a sick addiction, so the green and white's my vice. I gave it blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, I paid my price. Many years on this flight, no prescription, but I need a championship in my life, yo.
It's long. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Blitz, as always, for putting together some bangers. Shout out to you guys. Hit the like button if you're here. I don't know what happened with the lighting, but all of a sudden my face is fluorescent white on the lighting. Nothing's changed, but here we go. But all right. We don't know who the Jets are yet. Week 1, we're probably not scoring 30 points a game. Week 2, we're probably not getting 27 passing yards a game. We don't know who we're going to be yet. The overreaction, end of the world takes drive me absolutely insane because it's too soon to tell. Like I was saying last night, Dan Campbell started 0-10-1. You think Lions fans, David D's here in the chat right now, do you think that they're happy? How do I turn those off? Do you think they're happy they stuck with Dan Campbell? I think so. you think they're happy that the fans and the organization and the media didn't jump off the cliff after the first 11 games? If Jets start 0-10-1, you people are going to be screaming for it because you don't have goddamn patience. Nobody gives a shit about the last 15 years. That's not Aaron Glenn's cross to bear. That's not Darren Muji's cross to bear. Their job is to build it from January when they got hired going forward. Us as fans, we've been here. Who gives a shit? I think we got a good coach. In this league, you're only as good as your quarterback play. Want proof? Week 1, he played really well. We should have won. Week 2, he played horribly. We had no chance. So, now, how do you evolve? As a coaching staff, how do you evolve? First thing you do is sit down and say, okay, how did we get exploited? Some of the things that I saw on film, whenever our receivers were bunched in tight, they were blitzing their corners. They were crashing in to seal holes up the middle, and they were using their corners or safeties off the edge to eliminate any runs to the outside. We couldn't get the run game going. Forced us to pass on 3rd and longs. Fields misses one over the middle to Garrett Wilson. And after that, it was just an absolute debacle. Missed throws. They were sending everyone. They didn't trust Justin Fields to throw. They didn't trust Justin Fields to beat them. But something we can do to counter that, spread them out more. Right? If you have 4 wide receivers out, you got 4 less guys in the box. This bunch tight package and running out of it isn't going to work until you can constantly and consistently beat them in the passing attack. Why would anybody not run blitz the hell out of us until Fields proves he can throw? Now, this week, we're probably going to have Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. With Tyrod back there, you got a little bit more of a veteran. He knows when to get out of the pocket. I thought Fields sat there too long at certain times on Sunday. For a guy who can run really well, he's got to have a better inner clock. Brian Farrow, congratulations, bro. Keep it up. I just hit 2.5 years last Wednesday. Keep it up, man. I love these updates for you, dude. I really do. That warms my heart. As bad as the Jets can be, there's a lot of more important shit in life bigger than that. So keep up. I love that, man. Good for you. Buffalo Jet fan last night on with Dylan Terraman said something. We have some really good players at the top of our roster, but we don't have the depth. We don't have the depth because we didn't draft well for many years. We hope Malachi Moore becomes something. We don't know yet. We hope Arian Smith becomes something. We don't know yet. We haven't had consistent multiple drafts in a row where guys can come in and be contributors. We don't have a lot of 4th, 5th rounders on our team. Proof by Michael Clemens still having to play. They hope Tyler Barron can become something. Then they could put him out there more. JJ might be hurt with his ankle. So there's a lot of depth on this team that's needed. We need wide receiver depth. We need depth in the secondary at safety. Actually, we need starter in the safety room. We got Cisco and Moore, but Moore is all potential. We don't know what Moore is yet. So we need defensive end depth. We need a run stuffer at defensive end to counter JJ. Clemens isn't him. He can't seal the edge. He's not fast enough. Offensively, be less predictable. We ran the ball down Pittsburgh's throat, and then we used the pass off of that. It wasn't explosive, but it was efficient. You have to be able to have some explosiveness in your offense in order to scare the defense. Otherwise, 10 in the box, time after time after time. It doesn't lead to success. You have to be able to beat the defense. When they think something's coming, you have to counter and hit them with something else. See, Brian, I don't. Because I know week 1 is not the norm, and I know week 2 is not the norm. Somewhere in the middle. They just have to get there and be consistent with it. That's the part of this league that it's a week to week league. The coaches are still feeling themselves out. Now you have to devise a game plan for your backup quarterback. You can't even continue to build upon your starter because of the concussion. You know, the first 3 weeks in the NFL nowadays have become the preseason. You don't know who you are, in my opinion, till week 4. I said this last night before the internet. You're feeling yourself out. These guys are building chemistry in real time on the field. Now Tyrod Taylor has to come in and build chemistry with Garrett Wilson and others. Listen, I think we can compete. I think last week or 2 days ago was an aberration. I don't think that's the team that we are. I think it went so bad so quick that it was deflating for everyone, fans, players, everybody. I don't think we're in big trouble. I think this is a team that's going to get better as the season goes on. I think this is a team that's going to get better as the schedule lightens up. I think this is an offensive line that will be dominant in many more games. I think we will dominate in the run game in many games this season. I don't think it's done. I don't think it's a wrap. I don't think we have to go to the fucking edge of the cliff and jump after 2 games. 8 quarters of football. I think some of you just call out of work if you're on your way to work and there's traffic. Oh, man, today sucks. Oh, there's nothing to do. I'm going home. Get divorced if you come home and dinner's not on the table ready for you. David, he couldn't stay healthy when he was here. That's why. The fact that we got anything for him, if you go look at his game logs, he wasn't healthy. He didn't play. He couldn't. Every time he got out on the field, it looked promising, but he just couldn't play. Yeah. And then, of course, as soon as he leaves, now he's tremendous. Yeah, he was made of glass. Dave Briga on his lunch break. Shout out to Mr. Briga. Sir, hello. Patty Grimes, our other resident Detroit Lions fans here. What's up to everyone here? Thank you for being here. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to 1,800. I'm throwing the link out. I know Jets fans are angry. I know Jets fans are frustrated. I know there's some of you out there that may, just may, have some positivity. I would like to hear from you. I'm not interested in grown man tears. It's not my forte in life. It's not what I want to put my efforts and energies into. But if you see something that you think this team can do, I mean, we can rush the passer. It sucks if JJ's hurt. Yes. Thank God he's posting prayers, emojis, and we don't know how lucky we are. I don't know what that means. It was labeled as an ankle. I haven't heard an update yet. We'll probably get those on Wednesdays. Yeah, Patty, there was an internet outage last night. It wasn't just this house. It was the neighborhood. So they must have been working on something in the system. It went down for a second, and then it came back on immediately, and then it was out for like an hour. I know they're adding I think they're adding fiber out here. The construction guys are out there all the time. But thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those of you that watched last night. Yes, Brian, there we go. We have a great punter. Remember, I'm old enough to remember when Jets fans lost their mind on Twitter because we let Morstead go, and they acted like it was the end of the world. See, these are the people that I avoid. These are the people that I mute immediately. Whenever something happens, they cry as if it's the most devastating thing in the world. I hate the fake outrage. I hate that I have to be outraged over everything that happens in the world if I don't like it. Toughen the fuck up, people. Not you guys. I'm talking about the Twitter bitches. Also, if you're on Twitter and you want logical takes, follow me, The Nick Shine Show. I call out Jets fans. I would rather never gain another subscriber and stay true to who I am as a person and as a fan than to fucking pull that bullshit. Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad, man. And if you see someone who doesn't have their real name, I mute them pretty much immediately. I think the Buffalo Jet fan might be the only one that I don't. But if you have a fake name, you're just there to say shit and troll and not be yourself. If you can't even put your real name in behind your words, I have no interest in anything you have to say ever. Oh, hey, 3 siblings. All right. So now the question. How can we turn this around? I think, all right, Buccaneers defensive end, Kalijah Clancy, had to unlock the phone, is feared to have torn his pec during Monday night's game. So, Clancy, for those of you that remember or watching the show back then, I was huge on this player. I wanted him for us. I thought he would be great next to Quinnen Williams. We went with Will McDonald that year, but I really like that kid. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not someone who roots for injuries for the opposition. That's not in my DNA. I know Jets fans are probably celebrating they have a player hurt. Wirfs is still out. I haven't seen him, any news on him yet. Godwin's out. But, I mean, they got Igbuka. They still have Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. They got a good running game with Irving. We're going to have to play some sound defense. We're not going to be able to. Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback. There's a reason he was drafted number 1 overall, and there's a reason he succeeded on his 4th team. He's a very good quarterback. And if you make mistakes, he will burn you. So we got to be disciplined in our coverages. We got to be sound. We can't have guys falling left and right. And if Stevens has been falling on turf like this, I can only imagine the difficulty he's going to have on grass, especially if there's rain Saturday and Sunday. I can only imagine them doing double moves on Stevens all day. So it's very frustrating when you see guys just falling, like Michael Carter. There was a pass to Elijah Moore, a crossing route, and Carter just like fucking falls. It's very, very frustrating. So I know they've had some injuries up front. You hope that Will McDonald can take advantage of that with his speed. You hope Quinnen can get to Mayfield time and time again. If you're looking for the one bright spot, it was Briggs, a guy that we traded for. He had 5 tackles. Granted, your tackle numbers are going to be padded when they're running up the middle time and time again late in the game. So your defensive tackle stats are going to be better. But he did get to Josh Allen with one arm and pulled him and threw him down. And, the only thing Michael Clemens has ever done good in his NFL career was break Josh Allen's nose on that tackle when his hand went inside the face mask. So, thanks, Clemens. You $3 million for a broken nose. Yeah, Metro, I'm with you on this. It's been too predictable what we're going to do on the back end. When you're sending your guys up to the line, there was one play I remember from Sunday where something that I've called for was Will McDonald lined up to rush the passer. He was up top, and he dropped back into coverage to cover that quick route. Except they threw it to the bottom of the screen on the quick route. The tight end caught it and got the first down. So, timing's everything in the NFL, right? What side you decide to do your play call from. If that goes the other way, maybe he's sitting there holding the ball for a little bit. I think Wilkes has been very aggressive, but you cannot be that aggressive when you're not covering. And you're not covering well. You have to shake things up. You might have to play a little bit more zone. You might have to do a little cover 1 or cover 3. You might have to mix your coverages up a little more than just zero coverage on blitzes. So it's right now, the most important thing for the Jets coaching staff is to self-assess. Why were we so predictable in the run? How do we change that? My solution Spread the receivers out more. Get your quarterback under center. This shotgun, hand the ball off to the guy, I hate that. It's only good if you're going to do RPO. Now, granted, you have to get enough plays to get to that. At one point, it was 26-9 in plays. Not very good. And probably 2 of those were punts. But thank you, everyone, for watching. Make sure you hit the like button. We got a raffle going on. We will give away this Sunday, Sunday night, Shine Time, 8 o'clock, Joe Namath mini helmet. So any $5 super chats and up gets you in. Gifted memberships get you in. It's a great way to help the channel build, allows me to get bigger and better prizes for you guys. If you're unable to gift, a $20 super chat will get you bonus as well. So good luck to everyone, and thank you to everyone who's entered. The last 2 games, the Buffalo game that week and the Bills week, all of those raffle entries are still going to be on the wheel for this Sunday night. It's an accumulative raffle on top of the game day raffle. So good luck to everyone, and thank you to everybody who gifts. It's great marketing. I know I've said this, but when you gift and someone gets memberships, they get an email. And we see a lot of times that people will pop in, whether they don't have the notifications on or they miss the YouTube notification, they get the email notification, which really helps the channel and gets viewership up. So thank you to everybody who does that. Now, Membu did not have a good day. He gave up some pressures to Bosa. The sack from Bosa was Mason Taylor, which is just horrible that you would leave a kid 5 quarters into the NFL, 6 quarters into the NFL to block Joey Bosa by himself. And that's what led to the concussion, I believe. So you can't leave him free. You can't, but again, that's what teams are going to do with us. They're going to send more than our offensive linemen can block. Shout out to Luppy gifting a membership that went to Who Dat, fam? Thank you, Luppy. Luppy, I know you're aware of this, but I will remind everybody, you're a nice guy. And AD Pugnut, shout out to you, my friend. Met him last year at the Houston game at Jake's Tailgate. His membership went to Jet Life. So good luck to you guys. Like I said, Sunday night, Shine Time. We're giving away the Joe Namath mini helmet this Sunday. So make sure you're here. You don't have to be here to be a winner, obviously, but it'd be great to have you here for the Sunday night show. Hopefully we're celebrating a victory. And I'm probably not making Tampa. I informed Lou. Lou came on the other day and offered me a ticket. I told him I can't swing it this week. But if anyone's going to Miami, let me know. I'm waiting to hear back from my boss if I can have that Monday off. Might fly down, go to the game, come back up Tuesday morning early to be at work at 2:30 on Tuesday. So if anyone's going to be in Miami, let me know. The flight from Newark to Fort Lauderdale is affordable. It's really cheap. I was going to stay at the Hard Rock, but I'm looking right across the street. There's another hotel there that's $330 for 2 nights instead of $338 a night at the Hard Rock. And then it's literally you walk across the street and you're there. Rooftop, pool, all that fun stuff. So, and then second row tickets on the Jet sideline in the end zone where they come out is $128 to sit in the second row. So, Alan, it's football. It's football. I'm a football fan. I'm not a fair weather fan. I don't need records to fluff me up to make me feel better. I want to go enjoy my team. I want to get away. I can't swing this week, but I can swing the following week. So, unfortunately, I can't hit Tampa. Oh, ISU, I get it, but it's a matter of when the cash and dinero are available. and I looked at $700 for a flight to Tampa now. I even looked out of Philadelphia. So if we won this game, if we were victorious, I talked to Clancy last Thursday or Friday, and I was like, dude, if we win this game, I'm going to pick you up Friday night after I get out of work at 11:30, and we'll just drive to Tampa. He's like, what? I was like, let's do it. But I'm not going to spend money and go down to Tampa after that. I would love to see the Jets' first victory. If it's not this week, then we'll take it to Miami. But I wish I could be there with all of you guys. I get it. And I'm not going to lie. I hate the fucking heat. The Monday night games at night, obviously, Monday night. It's just a better situation for me. I can't deal with the heat. I get lightheaded. Fuck that. What's up, lunch break, man?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Look,
What's going on?
look at you looking all fresh and so clean.
I'm saying we're going down to Tampa. I gotta look my best, look the part. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do what I gotta do. So I'll report today. There was no ice cream again, no Turkey Hill, and if there was, it would be some over-expired, frostbitten Rocky Road because that's how we played last week. Some real.
Show me your butthole.
That might have trumped Jake's stuff that he does. That was sick.
Hey, that's ass. It's ass if there's no Turkey Hill. So that was the only way I could say that.
Oh, Gorman. Oh man. Man. So who? So we're bringing up Brady, right? Brady Cook. He's got to come up because they never found anybody as a backup
Yeah, I'm going to
behind
be
Tyrod.
surprised if we see if they have some veterans come in today for tryouts.
Yeah.
I know a couple. I know Cincinnati signed one that was in camp with them. You know, this is the time where those veteran quarterbacks who've been sitting home playing catch with their kids are now going to start to get signed when the injuries mount up. You know, J.J. McCarthy's probably out. Burrow's out long term. Fields is out.
So over there. Yeah, and then what's his name? Was the ankle? What's his name? The knee? Daniels, right? The knee?
Oh, Daniels had something with the knee.
5 QBs, bro.
Yeah, and
it's a brutal. Man, listen.
It is.
I know everybody questioned me and called me crazy when I said go get some Danny Dimes to compete. I said he should have just been in there to compete, even if you cut him. You know what I mean? Just compete with Fields because, you know, listen, it's not to say it's okay to have done what we did when we signed Fields, but you anointed him the starter after only seeing 6 games from another team. And that was the problem. And that's why I said bring in Danny Dimes. Why? Because, okay, you cut him. Okay, you trade him because somebody's going to need him. His services are not only needed, he's kicking ass. And I told people he just needed the right situation. It's not that Dable isn't a good coach, but, you know, Dable didn't have Josh Allen, and he's been having a hard time. And, okay, Danny Dimes isn't him, but he's way more serviceable than Justin Fields has been. But, again, it's with a grain of salt, giant grain of salt, but I don't know how big that grain of salt. Actually, I take that back. It's a small grain of salt, bro, because Fields can't be given forever to try to figure himself out throughout the season. There's no way possible we can do that.
And in a way, they kind of set him up for failure because besides Garrett Wilson, who can really get open? Right? This is one of our biggest concerns with the wide receiver room. Josh Reynolds is out. Now, Josh Reynolds is not an all-world wide receiver.
But he got hands, bro.
This is where you don't have the talent and you don't have the depth and you don't have the bodies in the wide receiver room where they're like, okay, we're not worried about Lazard beating anyone in man coverage.
Nope.
You're not even looking at Arian Smith's direction. We're just going to send everyone and deal with it. If you beat us, then we'll adjust it. But at the same point, our defense wasn't stopping their offense. So who gives a shit? Just fucking send everybody. Run.
Yeah, that's what I said. And then I couldn't believe where there wasn't a wrinkle where I was screaming at the TV, why do we have 2 tight ends that can catch and you're not rolling 2 tight end split sets? Just let them do some shit. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't care what it is.
There has to be a check that they put in where Garrett Wilson was in tight on the reverse in every block.
No.
Right? But they do these bunch sets often. And they'll do motion to see who's in man or not. And then the defense is going to disguise it, and they're blitzing the corners. So
Mhm.
a hot route off of that should be, even if you're
Tighter.
going to run it, is just Garrett flaring out. Where
So-
if you get that snap, you just hit him with the bullet and then let him turn it up on the outside. You have to find a way to burn the defense when they're being aggressive to make them adjust and back the fuck off. And we haven't done that yet. Now,
Bro.
with a veteran quarterback who can get to his hot reads better than Fields probably can, I expect to see a lot of quick passes, a little more yak, a little more catch and run. You got to pass it to the outside to get the defense, the linebackers, the safeties, the corners to respect it. If not, man, there was a play we were doing the stream the other day with Dylan. I'm like, there's 10 guys in the box within 5 yards. We went to run it. We lost 3 yards. You can't run an NFL offense that way. That's
No.
where when you bunch them up, you got to be running outs. You got to be running a quick out. You got to be running a flat, Shout out to everyone watching. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We do have a raffle going on this channel. We have a Joe Namath mini helmet that I'll be raffling off Sunday night in prime time, shine time. I think I'm going to do a little bit later show this week. I think I'm going to go on I usually go on at 8, might be 9 o'clock. My son's birthday's this week, and we're doing something for him on the weekend with his friends. So thank you. We're going out to dinner on Sunday night. So 9 o'clock will be shine time Sunday night. But make sure you get your raffle entries in. $5 super chats and up, get you on the wheel. Gifted memberships, great way to get yourself in and share the love. We love to share the love here. The first thing I said to Philly was how good he looked, all faded up. So we share love on this channel.
Brilliant, bro. Listen, I'll leave you with this. What? I've never seen so much zone activity when they said we were going to play press. Like it was like a thing. Like we were going to bring out press. We're going to run some press. And it felt like everything was zoned out. Everything was a zone play, and they never changed their diagnosis. And I don't know if that's a Wilkes thing completely. If Aaron was like, Wilkes, I like your idea, just keep rolling with it. And I don't even know, man. But listen, I'm not. Oh, the season's over. Listen, I 6 wins to me was like, okay, improvement from last year. So I really hope we don't hit down to 4, because that would be a really depressing moment for everybody.
Again, though, Dan Campbell started 0-10-1. They were patient. They let him build it.
Yeah.
And now they are a perennial playoff team year after year with going to conference championships. Not that I'm saying I want to start that way, but when you have the right coach and you have the right GM, you don't run them out the fucking door 2 games in.
No.
We need, right now, obviously, we need a quarterback. We need a center, and we need another weapon at wide receiver, if not 2, right? I would like to see Arian Smith as a 4, not in your top 3. So for me, I would address the defense in the offseason and in the free agency. Find guys that fit your scheme, and then I would build the offense through the draft. We have got to get to an NFL caliber offense, and the 3 biggest needs for me would be an upgrade over Myers at center, which you can get in the 3rd round. You can get a center all the time there. 2nd round, you take a wide receiver. 1st round, if you don't have to use all the picks to move up, if we win 7 games, you're going to have to probably trade up. But quarterback, center, wide receiver, address the defense, and just let these guys develop. Olu's not going anywhere. Tippmann's not going anywhere. Membu's not going anywhere. Garrett's here. Allen's here. Brees is to be determined. Mason Taylor's here. There's good pieces to this offense. We just have to add to it. Because right now, double Garrett, and what else are you afraid of?
Yeah. No, nothing.
There's nobody else that scares you.
If Brees is not a part of that plays plan, it's like, uh-oh. Like, there should be a thing where he is just an option every passing play. Like, he's never just sitting in the backfield. He has to be an option every down. Like, literally, he has to be. They have to give him a hot route every down he's playing in a passing down. He must. Because if he's just chipping and blocking the whole time, they're going to die in the backfield. They're going to die. For
real. Rich, I'm not talking draft, but we know we're not a finished product. We're not full. So I'm just mentioning that we do need to add to this. Part of me does feel bad for Fields that he doesn't get a shot with a fully loaded wide receiver room. You saw the defense did not respect our wide receivers the other day. So it's part of it, man. It's part of the process. You
Yeah.
are the team that you are, but we also have to look ahead to see what this regime can build. And I think it's obvious to everybody that we need to add to the offense because the defense this Sunday did not respect us. And breaking news to you guys, it's a copycat league.
Yep.
If teams watch the film, and they do, and say they didn't get the ball out quick, nobody gets open in man coverage, we'll double Garrett Wilson and see if these other guys can beat us. And if the quarterback is even willing to throw it in that direction. That's the scouting report as a defensive coach on the Jets. Bunch them in tight, blitz, run blitz like fucking crazy, and see if they can beat you in man. And we haven't. We didn't.
Nick, if we lose to Miami, then everybody can press the panic button. I think, honestly. You can squish it. Like, press it hard. Not maybe like slam it, but you can be like press it like a burger. You know what I mean? Like a burger on a flat grill. You know.
I think the schedule lightens up.
Yeah, you can't lose to Miami. Like they're horrendous. So to me, that's the one where that's the temperature checker. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
that's the one where they're calling for certain. If we lose that game as well, it's going to be a hot seat, not for him, but hot seat for certain situations.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
To defend Fields a little bit, he's brand new to this system. He might not have all the hot reads down yet. He's still building chemistry with other guys. So if you want to have that side of the argument, I see Wild Wave made a comment that guys were getting open. Fields didn't make the throws. He did miss throws. I mentioned that earlier, Wild Wave. He was pretty inaccurate. He missed Wilson on an easy throw. There was a couple times during the game stream I said myself, I can make that throw. And I know I can. If any of you have ever seen me throw a football, you know I can make those throws.
Dude, his rollout and missing Isaiah Davis was like egregious. That was like flag football shit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, oh my God. First off, the read was, as soon as he pulled out the pocket and started moving, the read was there.
Yeah.
That would have been a 20-yarder down the field, but whatever.
One of the things that, if you got to go, just.
I got 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Be good, man.
All
Thanks
right.
for calling in.
Thank you.
Have a good time Sunday.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Be good. So call lines are open if anyone else wants to call in. Here's a couple things. Everyone shit the bed simultaneously. All right. Week one guy shit the bed, and it cost us a game. Just to show you the fine margin of error in the NFL. Gibson returns with the ball in the wrong hand, changes the entire game. This week, nobody showed up. So hopefully you get that out. Get out of your system, shake it off, and you move forward. You know, sometimes a positive can come out of a game this bad. You got exposed. Your flaws were exposed for everyone to see. Now, if Aaron Glenn wants to be the coach that he says he is, and says, we're going to coach everyone up, we're going to develop them, we're going to coach these guys, well, that starts with your staff as well. You need to sit down. You have to self-assess your staff and say, why did we get exposed like this? What can we do better? You do self-scouting as coaches. You have your defensive coaches watch the film and address your offense. You have your offensive coaches watch the film and address your defense. You come up with a plan as a staff to say, okay, what do we see? How did we get exposed? How do we prevent this from happening? What plays can we do out of this formation where they think we're going to run? Now we can exploit them. We got to get Garrett Wilson the ball in space. We have to. He's too talented with the ball in his hands. Now, granted, the teams are trying to take that away from him, but we have to find ways to do it. Even if it's a wide receiver screen with Lazard and Taylor out there, get him the ball where he has the ability to shake and bake and take it the distance. You know, with Cincinnati, with Burrow being out, is winnable. Carolina is winnable. Miami is winnable. The flight to London for Jets in Denver, you never know what's going to happen when you have flights like that. Obviously, they got a further flight than we do. If you can steal a game between Tampa and Dallas and Denver, and then you can beat Miami, Carolina, Cincinnati, excuse me, hiccup burp at the same time, then you can get better. Defensively, you got to find better ways to cover. You're getting burned when you blitz. Maybe you don't blitz as much. Instead of taking the mentality of let's send everyone, now flip it. Let's drop 7, see if Quinnen and Will and others can get home. Let's confuse the quarterbacks, take away their passing lanes with more guys in coverage, and then allow the pass rush to get home. So you have to adjust your ideology and your strategy when it's not working. And right now, the blitzing is not working. So there's ways to maneuver as a staff to put the team in a better situation play after play. Tyrod Taylor, a veteran quarterback, I would expect a lot of quick passes, get the ball out of his hands, get him in a rhythm, get him under center, get the run game going, get some play actions, get him comfortable early. You don't want him sitting there in shotgun and an empty backfield and everyone knows we're going to pass and they're just coming at him. I'm not saying this team is bad. They play bad in one game. They played very good in another game. So we don't know who we are yet. Definitive statements being made after every game is absolutely full-blown mental illness. ISU, I saw it earlier. I didn't get to it. I asked Nikki, do you still want to go to Cincinnati even though Burrow's out? He said, yeah, I want to see Chase. So that'll be part of Nikki's birthday gift, which is tomorrow, by the way. So I think someone asked earlier, maybe it was Maze. No, we haven't found him a car yet. We're looking, but his mom works from home a lot, so those days he can use her car to go to school, and he's out of school by like 12 o'clock. He's a senior, and he's on a he's got enough credits. So what they do there, they don't give you fluff courses where you take study hall or other shit. So he's home. He's probably home right now. Yeah, he's home already. Dixon says, Nick trying to make any positive out of nothing but negative is nuts. I don't know how we have nothing negative. Week 1, we played really well. Week 2, we played disgusting. That's the truth. I'm not going to sit here and cry. No one wants to see a grown man cry. But thank you for watching, Dixon. You're a nice guy. Yes, we lost, Dixon. We're aware that we lost. Everyone's aware that we lost. One guy played bad, cost us the game. That's part of the NFL. That's the reality of it. There's teams that play well and lose the Super Bowl. It happens. You don't win all the time when you play well. Baltimore lost to Buffalo in week 1. You think their fucking fan base is being a bunch of crying cunts right now? I don't think so. All right. If you're going to attempt to quote me correctly or get the fuck out. Simple. My God. The definitive statements being made in the chat are absolutely ridiculous. In 2002, we were 1-4. and we made the playoffs. God, I wish YouTube shows were around back then to watch all of you take the fucking turn. Thank you, Green Bean. Appreciate you, buddy. Call lines are open if anyone wants in. It's like I said earlier, Dan Campbell started 0-10-1. Are the Detroit Lions happy that they hung on to him? Are their fans happy that they didn't fucking overreact like a bunch of bitches and fire him immediately? ISU, you are a logical, rational friend. I appreciate you for that. Listen, there's good weeks in the NFL. There's bad weeks in the NFL. This week was a fucking disaster. Do I think that we're going to play like that again this week? No, I do not. I think they're going to correct things. I think they're going to self-assess. I think they're going to adjust their game plan. I think they're going to look to get the ball out of the quarterback hands quicker. I think they're going to look to be less predictable with the run game. I don't think they're going to bunch up as much and run out of the wide receivers being bunched in because you're tightening up the defense. There's a lot of adjustments you can make. We do have talent. We do have a good line, but it was a numbers game. The scheme last week did not work. Now you grow from it. Week 1, everyone said Tanner Engstrand, we got a great offensive coordinator. This week, now everybody sucks. We fucking suck. Put your phone away. Give your phone to your girl if you got to go on the internet and cry because your football team lost. Allen, Friday. No, Friday afternoon, 12:30. So for those of you watching, I might go back on tonight. I don't have work tomorrow, but I do have to get up early. I'll see what comes, if there's any news today. But tomorrow, no show tomorrow. Like I said, it's my son's birthday. He goes for his driver's license test at 11:40. But I'm going to go down there early, get him some more time on the road before the driver's ed company picks him up. And then I'm with him all day. Maybe tomorrow night. Wednesday night, maybe I'll come on earlier when I get home. Maybe 10 o'clock Wednesday night. Thursday I'm on with Jake. Friday, 12:30 p.m. So that's the schedule. I will post all of that in the Discord and get that to you guys. Thank you, guys. Yeah, he's excited, Bean. He's excited. Me and his mother are looking for a car. We're gonna split a car for him. He hasn't driven the truck. I'm not that confident in his driving ability to let him drive the truck. So his mom's got like a little Buick SUV. I forget the name of it. It's like a Ford Edge, basically. So he's primarily driving that. I'm gonna go pick him up tomorrow morning. We'll take him out, do a little more parallel parking, and hopefully he nails this. I told him he's got to get some time under his wing before he drives the truck. Ryder and Talon's Pot. How you been, man? Firing Glenn would be stupid, but we need to at least be competitive. Yeah, and listen, we have a small sample to choose from. Week 1, everyone, we got our identity. We look good. We lost, but we look good. Gibson's the problem. Cut Gibson. You got what you wanted. Week 2, everyone sucks. The fair weather fandom is absolutely ridiculous. I would hate to fucking live life like fucking this. First State Jets, man. Appreciate you for watching. I think Engstrand underestimated how much you need to modify depending on what the defense is doing. Correct. And that's going to be part of his learning curve as a coordinator, right? Okay, this worked in week 1. This didn't work in week 2. How can we get back to having the things we did in week 1 work? How can we peel layers off the onion and run different plays out of the same set? How do we get the ball out to the flat? How do we open up the run game? Everyone thinks we're going to run the ball here. We got to counter it. You got to have a vision. You got to have an identity. You got to be able to build your offense to be unpredictable. We saw last year with Aaron Rodgers. When he would do all his checks till the play clock was almost out, everyone knew we were going to pass. When he didn't do that, everyone knew we were going to run. You cannot be successful in the NFL when you are predictable. So I think Angstran has to get to that point and come up with, all right, we're showing this set, they're showing us this front. We got to have a pass out of this that Taylor can check to, or Fields eventually. You know, like I said, if you're going to bunch in receivers tight and the corners are blitzing, which Buffalo did, and it was successful, so I would expect to see that again. This is where you have your running back pick up the blitzer and you flare Garrett Wilson out real fast. Get Garrett Wilson on a sprint to the sideline, hit him, get him the ball one-on-one where we know he can shake and bake, make a guy mix, and get a big gain. You have to burn them in order to back them off. But thanks, First State Jets. Appreciate you watching. For those of you watching, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Trying to get to 1,800. Would love to get to 2,000 before the end of the season. So spread the word. Keep doing what you guys do. Talk Jets with all of your friends and say, hey, check out this show. I know you watch that show. I know you support those guys, but give this guy a shot too. It'd be much appreciated. We have a raffle going off. Joe Namath mini helmet will be given away this Sunday night during Shine Time and Prime Time. So any $5 super chats and up, get you on. Any gifted memberships, get you on. Thank you, Bo. I appreciate that, man. Very nice of you to say. Alan with something positive. Hold on. Hold on. We got to get this. That will be in the Discord in a few minutes. It's not often that we see Alan post something positive. So there you go, Blitz. Blitz BK, the honor of being the first person that ever got Alan to say something positive in a chat. It's a new day here, folks. Alan has said some nice things about me, but I didn't screenshot those. Oh wait, we did last week. He did something that we got. Blitz BK, we getting little Nicky a stripper next year. He turns 17. Next year, his 18th birthday, we will we'll take him out. We'll take Nicky out next week or next year. That'll be a fun one. Well, we'll do a party for him. We'll take him out. We'll treat him like a bachelor party. He's a good kid though, man. He don't party. He don't drink. If he did, it would be an easy tell. But he's just about working his girlfriend. Working his girlfriend? No. But he's a good kid. I'm blessed. I joke. I sent this something to his mom the other day on Instagram and said, we done good. And it was basically, shout out to my kid. When Nick was little, my message as a parent was, listen, if you're going to be an asshole at home. Don't ever go out into the world with your name, with my name, and be disrespectful, be rude, treat other people poorly. Don't ever do that. If you're going to be a dick, be to me. It's the one thing he's listened to me with. He nailed that. So I sent it to his mom, a video of somebody saying that. Shout out to my kid who goes out into the world and everyone praises, and when they come home are absolutely awful to me. And I was like, all right, Nick. See, Gina, we done good. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been in the chat for a very long time. He is one of our resident Detroit Lions fans. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time calling in, we got Patty Grimes.
Hey, how you doing? Just call me James.
James, you got it, buddy. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to comment on a few things you were saying about Dan Campbell.
Okay.
We had to, like you were saying, we had as the Lions fans had to go like through a 0-10 season, like you were saying.
Yeah.
And it was so much a relief, getting that win in week 11 that you can't give up on Glenn just because a couple weeks. A few of the Lions fans here wanted to get rid of him after week 4, Tampa or Dan Campbell. So
yeah. Hold 1 second. We got a little bit of breaking news. Sean McVay, the coach of the Los Angeles Rams, says he tore his plantar fascia while coaching the Los Angeles Rams to victory over the Titans on Sunday. So the injury bug hits the head coach. That's going to be interesting. Oh, man. I know that's a painful injury. Especially a guy who's as energetic and on his feet like that up and down the sideline. I'm very curious to see. So, see, folks, it could be worse. Our head coach is healthy at least. But Patty, when I look at the Lions, right, and everyone thought when we brought in Engstrand, we brought in Glenn, we stole a little bit of the Lions' identity. The Lions' identity is a dominant offensive line, an aggressive defense, and a good downfield passing attack. But they didn't always have that. They built that, right? They built that through the draft. The first thing they did was they drafted Penei Sewell. What was the first thing we did? We drafted Armand Membu. So I'm not saying it's going to be the same outcome. Hopefully it's better. Hopefully we get a Super Bowl. And I'm rooting for you guys. Excuse me, hiccup. I'm rooting for you guys as well. You, David D, know that. I consider the Jets and the Lions to have similar histories. They've both been dogged. They've both been down. They both have had miserable seasons, horrible coaching. But now I would love to mirror the Lions. And I would love to build it the right way, build the trenches, start to add weapons, get a quarterback in here who can run your system properly. And I'm not out on Fields yet. I know people are going to say that, but he's had 2 games with these coaches. Sometimes there's an evolution that takes place. Sometimes it's 6, 7, 10, 11 weeks in, and all of a sudden it clicks. And the play caller and the quarterback are in sync. So there's time. There's time for that.
Yep. It took a couple of years for Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes to get their players in that they wanted too.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
I also think you got a good player in Josh Reynolds that really helped Goff at the beginning, when we were 0-10. Josh Reynolds, even though ain't he hurt with you guys?
Yeah, he missed this last week.
But I think he could be like a safety blanket for Fields if he gets the right connection with them out in training with them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's sad in a way that he's our number 2 when he's been a 4 most of his career. Sometimes a 3 if injuries take place. But we look different without him. The passing attack wasn't very good. I'm not going to say that's because Josh Reynolds was out, but Alan Lazard is not a threat, and he was absolutely. It was like having 10 guys out there on the field. And then one thing he can do well, block. He didn't even do that. He missed 1 or 2 that I saw. I haven't rewatched the film.
I just like it now that you guys hate Aaron Rodgers as much as us Lions fans do.
Maybe more. Maybe more.
I don't know.
He did damage to you from the outside. He infiltrated us and did damage internally. So that's a different type of burn. It still burns, though.
Okay, I got to go somewhere, Nick. I just wanted to say hi.
It was a pleasure talking to you finally, man. I know you've watched the show for a long time, and I appreciate that, man. All the best to you.
Yeah, remember, my real name's James. That's my wife's name on there.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, this is her. All right. Well, James, shout out to you, man. I will make a mental note of that from now on.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, Nick.
Be
Bye.
good, man. Take care. That's awesome. Awesome. First time caller. Yeah. They had pictures of the dogs on the wall behind them. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like that. Good call. Good stuff. So there you have it. From a Lions fan. It was really bad in the beginning. 0-10-1. But they built it the right way. Again, I don't expect us to be 0-10-1. I think we have 3, maybe 4 wins at the bye. And then you come out of that bye, and your season is in 5 days. If you're 3 or 4 wins at the bye, Cleveland at home, at New England on Thursday night. If you want to have a shot at playoff talk, you have to win those 2 games, because then you have Baltimore after that. So if you can get to a 6-5 after Baltimore, 5-6 even, because you got Atlanta, Miami, Jacksonville, New Orleans. You got a lot of winnable games late, but you got to be 5-6 at the worst at that point, because you can't expect us to win every game. I think as the season goes on, as the weather gets cold, I think it benefits us. I really do. I'm actually hoping for bad weather games, because I'm probably not attending a lot of games this year. But again, anyone going to Miami, let me know. We can meet up. Trying to convince my friend to come with me. She's on the fence about it. She got her son's engagement party this Friday. She's like, don't talk to me about nothing till after that. Okay. All right. So, trying to get a quick little getaway. Go down Sunday morning. Get out Tuesday morning. And be back and only miss Monday for work. So, if my boss Jimmy is watching this, which he sometimes does, hey, Nick needs off Monday the 29th. So, if you can do that, that'd be great. Approve the vacation day. You're a good dude. And also, I bought brand new, well, it's not brand, it'll be brand new to me. My boss got a new humidor, and he knows I smoke cigars. I'll be working at 5 o'clock at night, and he's texting me pictures of himself smoking a cigar to rub it in my face. But I've purchased his old humidor, which fits like dozens of cigars. So I will be enjoying those, and I can't wait to get that and get it set up. Should be fun. But ladies and gentlemen, call lines are open. I got about 10 minutes left before I got to head to work. So if anyone else wants to call in, the poll, 15% of you have given up on Aaron Glenn so far. If you were one of the people who voted that you gave up on Aaron Glenn, can you at least tell me in the chat who you are? If you click yes, I've given up on him. My predictions are Allen, Dixon Yass, Peter, Bowling Jet, or Peter Pins, whatever his name is. Those are 3. So 46 votes. Probably. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dream says, I'm not giving up on AG. Dream, if you're pulled over on the side of the road, the call link is there. I know you said you wanted to call it. Yeah, Rich. 2 games in, dude. 2 games in. 2 games in, dude. Hey, Tom, I would hate for that to happen, because I wouldn't want to strike out. Little extra cheese on that joke. Aw, man, really? Well, it was supposed to be corny. It wasn't supposed to be a real joke. Oh, nicely done. Gobble, gobble. MC May says, I have not given up on AG because I am not an idiot. I like it. M. Villette. He has not hitched his wagon. It's a bridge quarterback. There was no other options. Fields was the best option for the scheme that they want to run. And I will tell you this. Keep your eye on South Carolina quarterback Lenora Sellers. Because from my opinion, if you're running this scheme and you have Fields here running it, the easiest transition would be to go to Sellers. Nussmeier, other quarterbacks are mobile. But this is the guy that can be a better Fields. This is the guy that I think is someone that they're going to target. So I know a lot of people believe Nussmeier goes to New Orleans. New Orleans will have the number 1 pick. Nussmeier's father is on the offensive coaching staff there. There's a really good defensive end from Clemson. There's an offensive lineman that's tremendous. But when for the future of the Jets, I would keep my eye on Lenora Sellers. And if the Jets have to trade up, the Jets will trade up. You go all in to get your guy. I believe right now, today, September 16th, the Jets will do everything it takes to get Lenora Sellers. Now, if Justin Fields goes on a miraculous run, we win 10 games, maybe you reassess. Maybe you go get him a weapon. But as of right now, I'm all in on Sellers. I do too, Wild Wave. I do too. I think we'll win some games late. I think we'll end up anywhere from 7 to 8 wins. I think Miami's beatable twice. Split with New England, beat Carolina. Atlanta doesn't look very good. They have to come up here in the cold. You go to New Orleans. It's, 6 to 9 wins is where 69, perfect. Didn't even plan that. But if you're 7 wins, say, we had 7 wins, we picked at 11. We had 5 wins, we picked at 7. So I think there's some bad football teams. I think you're going to have the Giants with an awful record, the Saints with an awful record. Cleveland's going to have an awful record. But Cleveland just drafted 2 quarterbacks last year. The Saints will need a quarterback. The Giants might be the team to target if they're top 3. But I'm full. No matter what happens this year, the Jets need to draft a quarterback for the future. It's just a matter if they draft them in round 1, where we are, or if we have to trade up in round 1, or we do what the Giants did this year and what Baltimore did with Lamar Jackson, where you trade up late into round 1 so you have the 5th-year option with your quarterback. So there's plenty of time for that. Main thing now is coach this team up. Get your offensive line being your identity again. Be less predictable. Spread the defense out. Well, spread the offense out, so you spread the defense out. Disguise your coverages a little more on defense. Play a little bit more of a mind game instead of just an aggressive game. Blitz PK, I looked at that yesterday as well. I believe we had the 3rd pick. I look at Tankathon more to start to get the names of the players who are going to be, the guys who are projected to be the blue chip players. 2nd pick. Sorry. All right. Sorry, Blitz. Stop yelling at me. Jeez. Calm down, man.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Yeah, relax, man. And Villette says, can't walk around like Parcells without wins. He needs wins. Yeah, but Parcells lost a lot his first year. The Giants weren't a winner immediately when Parcells took over that team. It took time. It takes time to build a winner. 8 quarters of football does not tell you if somebody is a great head coach or a disaster of a head coach. It's not true. I still can't believe a head coach tore the plantar fascia. That is wild. That is absolutely wild to me. I wonder if he's going to have the rolling thing where you put your knee on so your foot's not touching the ground. I wonder how they're going to do this. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. What did we learn today?
Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today, courtesy of Nick Shine.
Thank you, Beast. For all the craziness that Beast gives you, that's a very good clip. The second that happened, Jaden D'Angelo clipped it, sent it to me. I sent it to Gator. I was like, hey, can we get this for an intro? So, shout out to Gator and Jaden. Very good. But, ladies and gentlemen, what did we learn? Drop your what did we learn. I'll tell you, I learned that Jets fans are some of you, not all. I don't want to paint with a broad brush. I hate when that's done. Some Jets fans are very temperamental. You can't erase 15 years with 2 games. That pain of 15 years will forever be there. Stop carrying that over to this coach. Stop carrying it over. They're not related. And I'll use this analogy. If you are with a girl for 15 years and she cheats on you and she can't cook and she doesn't clean and she doesn't want to work, you don't bring that into your new relationship. You start with a clean slate, right? If you do, you're a moron. But you can't hold someone else's sins against somebody else. Hank G, I learned that we want to suck for a Gamecock. I don't want to suck. But I think even if we win 7 games, I think Lenora Sellers is the guy that we go all in to trade up for. Maze, I learned that Alan has an affinity for rap music. Who would have guessed? Sharon, I learned there's enough hopium to go around. Chris B, I learned to know not to give up on Glenn. Our New York Jets season is not over by any means. We are going to hopefully beat the Bucs. Like, support, subscribe. Happy early birthday to Nick's son. Thank you, Chris. And thank you, everyone. I saw some comments earlier in the chat. You guys wishing that. James, audience learned I like golden retrievers. Yes. ISU, I learned Nick doesn't like to paint with a broad brush, unlike Alan, who said he could do without the other 92% of the chat while stating he likes Blitz BK. Yeah, Alan has put in requests for me to just do a private show for him. Nick, can I just have no one else here? Stack, I learned Nick will make up for his first show getting the upset by the internet. Yeah, we took an L last night. Ted, no, I'm not coming to Tampa. I couldn't make this trip work, but just the way the finances are flowing the week after to Miami, I think I'm going to go Monday night in Miami. I really think I am. Alan says, Nick's son was so respectful when I met him. I guess he got that from his mom. Alan, thank you for the kind words. It's also not hard to look respectful when you have Charles ordering 17-course meal at lunch. Tom Ace, I hope I'm in the 8% of the chat he likes. Nobody likes you, Tom, because you don't show your fucking face. But Tom Ace is also known for...
Show me your butthole.
Big fan. Big fan. Big fan of the fanny. Yeah, that waitress is now a in the strongest women's competition in the world for the plates that she had to keep carrying out for Charles. And we're like, no, it's not for the tables, it's just for him. So I do want to tell a funny story about Charles real quick. Last year, in 2024, Charles's birthday, I heard that they were he called into Jake's show and said he was at Pino's. It's just a restaurant right here in town, like 2 minutes away from my house. I called up and I said to the lady, is there a guy there? He's probably got a Superman hat on, maybe like a fanny pack, glasses. He's there with his family. She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, his name's Charles. I go, can you tell me what he ordered? And I said, all right, I want to pay for the meal. So I did that. This year, Saturday night, Charles sends me a text and says, hey, Nick, just want to let you know. Thank you. Just want to let you know, I'm at Pino's with my family for my birthday. Hope you and your folks are doing well. Well, didn't want to tell Charles. I was going to. Like, Charles, you heartless bastard. My father died 6 years ago. 7 years ago now. But then I'm thinking about it. I wake up Sunday morning at 5 o'clock for the game, and it clicks in my head that that was his version of requesting a Venmo from me. Hey, Nick, I'm at Pino's again eating for my birthday with my family. Bastard. You got me. Love bites. When you have Gibson and Clemens suit up to play and you have so much tape on them and how awful they are, then that tells me that all those 15 years of trash football carried over to this season. Well, we haven't been able to turn the roster over yet. We have to be able to do that. We have to get our guys in. And sometimes that takes a second or a third offseason before you fully transform the team into the roster you want in all of your guys. Clemens is in the last year of his deal. He'll be gone. Max Mitchell will be gone. They will bring in their types of players. Some teams can go in and win immediately with another team's roster. Other times, it takes 2 or 3 years to build the football team that you want. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Allen, yeah, is no shame. He's just who he is. He's Charles. Wild wave. I think we trade Quinnen down the line. Hot take. How far down the line? When he's 34 after another extension? It's like the end of The Usual Suspect. Yeah, he leaves. He walks out. I'm sitting there with coffee the next morning. I drop the mug. Listen, you win football games, all of this drama will stop. All of the finger pointing will stop. I'm not the type of person to come out here and rant and rave. The New York Jets, a football team that I root for, is my hobby. I do not believe in putting time, money, effort, energy into something and being negative about it. I just don't. That's why I'm single. So, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, make it rain. Boomtown emojis in the chat. Show Boom some love. Let's kick it up to Canada and find out once and for all in this episode.
Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today? Courtesy of Nick Shine.
Boomtown, if you would, please, kind sir, drop it like it's hot. And for those of you who wanted the score on Sunday, bad. Really bad. Really bad. Reminder, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's see if we got any new subscribers today. We got 2 more. Thank you to you, those of you who joined the channel. Boomtown learned old man interneting was not to blame last night. Twitter bitches need to toughen the fuck up. We went from one bed shitter to the entire team shitting the bed. Nicely done. Bonus, incorrect quotes can get the fuck out. James, not Patty, is a proud and loud Lions fan. Hank G is hopping onto the Gamecock bandwagon. Good luck tomorrow, Nikki. Yes, thank you. For those of you in the Discord, after my mom, you will be notified how Nikki did. He's got his driver's test tomorrow, 11:40. So hopefully around noon, get a thumbs up. And I will be on Jake Thursday. Matt O'Leary is going to cover for me tomorrow. We switch days, make it easy for Jake. I told Jake I'm old school. I've had a couple jobs where if you needed time off, you needed to find coverage. So I took it off of Jake's plate and just kind of made it easy. But ladies and gentlemen, have a good day. Be good to one another. Be kind. Put a smile on a stranger's face, but not the way that Tom Ace does it. No need to go behind the 7-Eleven. You can if you want to, but there's no need to. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk more Jets soon. God bless.
It's got beef.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
And I gifted a membership to thank all you guys for showing up. It went to Spencer Green. Shout out to Spencer. Be good, everyone.